how do I determine how strong or how weak my core is? Good question. So I'm going to explain 3 different tests that you can kind of do at home to give you a better idea of what your core strength is. To tell you the truth, we see tons of back patients at the clinic, and a lot of people think they have awesome, strong cores until then we look at them and teach them that that is not the case. So the first one is a plank. Plank is one of the best exercises that you can do for the core. So that's a really good self-test at home that you can perform. So we're going to show you the assessment for a standard plank, which is on the forearms and the feet out behind you like that. So what you want to look at is make sure your hips are nice and neutral, not down. You are engaging your abdominal muscles, and you also want to tighten your glutes and your rear end, because that together will make you be in a more neutral position. The other one is called bird dog. Now the thing about the bird dog is you're on all fours, and it incorporates arm movements with leg movements. Anytime you incorporate arm and leg movements at the same time, you're actually increasing the contraction of those core muscles in different ways that you normally wouldn't, and that boosts your core strength. This is the proper way of doing the bird dog, which is on all fours and incorporates an opposite arm and opposite leg movement. And you want to make sure here you are engaging your abdominal muscles as well as your glute muscles in your rear end when you kick out that leg. And you want to also make sure that the hips are staying neutral and not rotating. A lot of people will rotate to compensate to get more movement. So now this is the bad version of the bird dog. As you can see, when you kick that leg out, it's going way higher than your spine being in a neutral position. And also she's twisting there, so her legs are not only going up high, but her trunk is twisting and her spine is hyperextending, and that's putting on a lot of pressure on your spine muscles. Also, you can see the stability is not so good because of that. The third one is one of everybody's favorite exercises, and that's the push-up. It's actually one of my least favorite exercises, but it is an awesome core exercise, and that incorporates the ability to maintain that neutral spine, to push up, and you want to assess maybe about 10 if you can get there, and that would be a good level to look at. So if you're doing a regular push-up on your feet there, and your arms are in a nice wide alignment with your shoulders there, you're tightening up as well your core muscles, which are the abdominals and the glute muscles in the rear end, keeping that spine nice and neutral, going nice and slow to maintain the proper form. Here are some bad push-ups. Now you can see she is in a pike position, so her rear end is higher than her shoulders are, which is putting a lot of strain in the spine, causing the spine to hyper extend. And then here's where she's sinking her pelvis in and unable to do the push-up because she does not have that correct neutral alignment that you need. So after you tested yourself with that plank, bird dog, and push-up, and you're wondering, well, what can happen to me if I can't really do these exercises well? Well, the thing is that it may not be an immediate thing where there's pain all of a sudden or anything like that, but you are then aware that you have these muscle imbalances, and you understand the fact that now your muscles aren't stabilizing your pelvis and your core areas very well. So the thing is that transfers over to a lot of regular activities, and one day you might do just a simple activity like bending over to put something into the washing machine or dryer, and you feel like a tight grab or a pain in your back area, and then that is when you know you've waited too long to actually take care of it. The other thing is that a lot of these tests also then transition over to active people who participate in pretty active sports, whether it's recreational, high school sports, leagues and stuff like that. The issue with that is that the more you don't address these core strengthening exercises, that could then affect you when you're on the field and you actually are going to kick a soccer ball and you don't have that core stability in here to keep you upright when you go to kick that ball, and then you lose control and end up with a knee injury. So your injury might not necessarily result in back pain per se, but it will transition over to any other body part because there is no strength up here to support anything that's going on below. So don't think of it as necessarily a back problem. It can become a knee problem, it can become an ankle problem, it can become a shoulder problem, because everything stems from your core. So do you want to address this issue now? I would click on the link below and we can set you up for an evaluation, or you can give us a call and we can set you up for an evaluation.